Volleyball. When you think of this sport, what comes to mind? Maybe a net and players spiking the ball. This is true, but there's so much more. Have you ever thought of how volleyball has evolved over time? Well, I did. So to answer my question, I've researched the rules, different age groups, equipment, volleyball in school, and its popularity. How have the rules of volleyball changed? In 1895, when volleyball was invented by William G. Morgan, he asked his two friends to come up with 10 rules based on his suggestions. Many of the rules have changed since. For instance, in the original game, there were 9 innings of play. In one inning, each team gets the number of serves equal to the number of players, so there used to be 9 players on each team. Nowadays, there are only 6 players on each side of the court, 3 in the front and 3 in the back. One of the newest rules that has just changed is a double touch rule. Double touch is when a player sets the ball and if the ball spins, it counts as a double touch. In volleyball, when a player normally touches the ball twice in a row, the other team would get a point. But that changed. On February 20th, 2024, the NCAA approved that the double contact should not be a rule. Now, when you set a ball and it spins a little, it does not count as double contact. But some people may get confused on what the rule is. The rule doesn't allow you to pass the ball twice. Did you ever wonder why there was this big change in a rule? Well, I think that the elimination of this rule would make more consistency to the game. How accessible is volleyball? Well, according to usavolleyball.org, volleyball offers people of all ages and abilities to play, compete, and excel. Many people also wonder what age kids should start learning volleyball. According to runathletics.com, young athletes can start learning the basics at volleyball, such as passing, serving, and setting, as early as 6 to 8 years old, which I think is a good age because that's when a body starts to develop the strength it needs. Also, starting club volleyball demands a certain level of physical strength and coordination. Some experts say that a child's body starts to develop that at the age of 10. Many people also question what age is too late to start and what age people should retire from volleyball. According to Montgomery County Volleyball Club, volleyball is a lifetime sport that can be learned at any age. The oldest age division is men's 78 and over bracket. In the mid-60s to 70s, Junior Olympics was approved by the AAC, which means that juniors could now compete in the Olympics. As you can see, volleyball is available to anyone and everyone. Have you ever wondered how the equipment and volleyball clothing changed? To start off, the net size has changed a lot in different ways. The first volleyball net was a regular tennis net, which was 6 feet and 6 inches high. Now, volleyball's standard height is 7 feet and 4 1/8 inches for women and 7 feet and 11 5/8 inches for men. Did you know that players used to play with basketballs? Players said that the balls were really heavy and hard. They also said that it hurt their arms when playing with the basketballs. A ball specifically for volleyball wasn't made until the 1940s. The balls were lighter and more suitable for the sport. Some people say that back in the old days, knee pads were described as turtle shells, but now they are made much softer and smoother. There were also no shoes specifically made for volleyball until 1930. The shoes are now more spacious, the platforms are better for jumping, and they are better for indoor spaces. Jerseys became a trend in 1916. Before that, jerseys for volleyball were not created or used. Jerseys were originally sleeveless, but some players say that long-sleeve jerseys are better for play. Volleyball was added to PE classes in school in 1916 when the rules were modified by the NCAA. According to volleyball.com, volleyball is the top 3rd most popular sport for girls in high school. Volleyball was added as a sport in schools because it builds coordination, balance, and speed. Since basketball was invented just 4 years before volleyball, basketball was a too strenuous sport, so Morgan wanted a less. Have you ever thought about how the number of people playing has increased? Well, it has in many kinds of ways. Girls' high school volleyball participation has increased 15% since 2002. Also, the boys' high school volleyball population has grown by 40% since 2017, making it the fastest growing high school sport in the country. Did you also know that the USA Volleyball membership has increased by 9.6%, which is the largest percentage since 1989? According to volleyball.com, today there are more than 46 million Americans who play volleyball. I came to the conclusion that volleyball has changed in so many different ways since it was first invented. The rules changed, the equipment and clothing changed, the accessibility and age group changed, volleyball got into schools, and finally the popularity has increased. So So does that make you believe that volleyball is more than just spiking a ball? I hope so.